Good morning. My name is Eric Rinehart. I'm the Lake County State's Attorney. This morning, a few moments ago, the judge ruled that Robert Cremo III would be held without bond and that there was probable cause to hold him at this time for 7 counts of first-degree murder. We have filed those counts alleging the intentional killing of 7 individuals. Based on the information that the investigation has produced so far, the judge found that the evidence was at such a level that he could be held without bond, also because of the fact that it is a mandatory life sentence. Additional details were developed during that bond hearing. I know there was a pool reporter there for that. I can certainly answer some additional questions about that. I want to continue to emphasize that this is an ongoing and active investigation with all of our law enforcement partners. If anyone has any surveillance footage whatsoever of the July 4th Highland Park parade, we would urge them to contact the Highland Park Police Department. Deputy Chief Covelli probably has the best phone number for that. I can take a few questions.
Sure. Can you tell us, there's been this question about how the shooter obtained these weapons, this question about maybe the father sponsoring this license even after those initial contacts with law enforcement. Are you looking at any potential criminal charges with other family members, the parents perhaps?
I don't want to comment on that. I don't want to answer that question right now in terms of what our work continues to be to look at all of the information and evidence in this case.
Is there precedent to charge a family member who has signed off on a FOID application for someone who's under 21? Is there precedent for that?
That is not something that I have done in my administration. It is something we can get back to you on that question in terms of whether that's been done in the past. I know there was another state in Michigan, totally different set of facts. We can get back to you on that, but that's not something that I have personally done while I've been state's attorney.
Last hearing, Mr. Cremo's statement to police was discussed. Can you please elaborate on that and what he admitted to?
Well, his statement was voluntary. He was questioned in the Highland Park Police Department. He was read his Miranda warnings, offered attorneys, etc. He went into details about what he had done. He admitted to what he had done.
Can you provide new insight into his trip into Wisconsin and any potential motive or motivation for that?
No, and I was also asked the question if he said why he did it. We don't want to speculate on motives right now.
Has he spoken about it?
I'm going to refer that question to Deputy Chief Covelli.
Certainly, our investigation is gone very much into what happened after the shooting, what Cremo's plan was. Investigators did develop some information that it appears when he drove to Madison, he was driving around. However, he did see a celebration that was occurring in Madison, and he seriously contemplated using the firearm he had in his vehicle to commit another shooting in Madison.
Do you know how much ammunition he had at that point on his body?
Approximately 60 rounds.
At that point, he did?
Yes.
Like 60?
Yes.
What about his motivation for the attack in the first place?
His motivation isn't necessarily clear. I don't want to go specifically into what he told investigators. However, he had some type of affinity towards the number 4 and 7, and inverse was 7-4.
Do you believe his plan was to go to Highland Park and then to Madison all along?
We don't have information to suggest he planned on driving to Madison initially to commit another attack. We do believe that he was driving around following the first attack and saw the celebration.
When he got to Madison, did something deter him from attacking, or did he appear to make a decision himself to not attack?
Indications are that he hadn't put enough thought and research into it.
Have you talked to the female witness you were looking for yesterday, and what did you learn?
We have not been able to locate her yet.
Do you know anything about the affinity to the numbers 4, 7, what the significance is of that?
It apparently comes from music that he's interested in.
What about the weapons? We understand now that he bought one of them in 2020, but he's learned more information about that. What can you share?
Yes, so in 2020 he bought 4 weapons. The weapon used in the July 4th attack, a Celtic Sub 200, a Remington 700, a shotgun. In 2021 he purchased a Glock 43X, and that was after his 21st birthday.
Sir, the shooter
changed his mind and came back from Madison.
I can't speak to why he decided to come back from Madison. There are indications that he didn't put enough planning forward to commit another attack. There's been some questions about the FBI and their response in Madison, evidence technicians in Madison. He did dispose of his phone in Madison, the Madison area in Middleton. That phone has since been recovered.
Did
Chief, is the father cooperating with the investigation?
I don't want to go into levels of cooperation. We're talking to everybody, though, and working on getting the most cooperation we can out of everybody.